Hello friends, in this video we will learn how to create variations of an image. So we'll start with an image and we will create variations of that image. Okay, so the bunch of libraries, we saw this before, the API key accessing the stability client. Now in the previous video we have used this code to generate the image. We have saved the images to the local disk also, and we are going to use one of the image as an input to create variations of that image, right? So now we have a new parameter called start schedule. It's a very important parameter. Now this will determine how much guidance should be taken from the image we are providing. This is also called init image or initial image. Okay, it's easy to understand from the extreme values. Okay, for example, so this start schedule, it takes the value between 0 to 1, and if we set it to 0, we just get the initial image as it is. Okay, that's on one extreme. On the other extreme, if we set this value to 1, we will get a completely different image. Okay, so by playing this value between 0 and 1, we can fine tune how much variation we want in the new images. Okay, so when the model creating the new image, essentially we are telling the model whether to start on a, a completely new step called this diffusion step, or whether to take the init image as a guidance from the very beginning. Okay, so you can play the values between 0 to 1, and again just remember these two extreme values, what effect they have. So for example, if you have a value closer to, let's say, 0.9, you're probably going to get a completely different image. So maybe 0.5, 0.6, you will have variation, and also the newly created images will look similar to your init image. Okay, all right, so this is one of the images we created previously. So I'll show you the image first. So this is the image we have created. Now we want to create variations of this image. Okay, so everything has remained the same, including the prompt. So this time we have a new parameter, two new parameters actually. One is this init image, so which we have read here, and then we are providing the start schedule to be 0.8. Okay, all right, so then again we'll get the iterator back. We are simply looping over the iterator, and then we have got these 4 images. Okay, so this is our initial image. Let's look at image number 1. So that looks, yeah, similar to us, the original image. This is another variation. Here we have another variation. I mean, this is not great, and this is also looking great. So we have the 4th variation. So here we have asked for 4 variations. Okay, now let's play with these values, right? So here we set the value to be 0.8, meaning we are closer. We applied a lot of variation, right? Now let's do one thing. Let's set a very low value, close to 0. So this means we should get the new images very close to our initial image. Okay, so let's run the code, and let's display. Yeah, so this is our image. As you can see, the newly generated images with such a low value. One second, we are asking for 4 samples. Why did it? Yeah, here we have 4 samples. Um, yeah, there is some little variation, but all of them, all the four new generations are very, very close to our init image, right? So that's why it's important to allow the model to have some freedom so that it can explore new ideas uh, while taking our initial image as a guidance. So probably a value around zero point 0.6 is a good balance. Let's see. So let's start with 0 0.6. Again, let's look at our initial image. Now these images, uh, they still look similar to our init image, yet they have new concepts or new ideas in the images, right? All right. That's all for today. Uh, Thank you very much.